In old Italian script, it was mentioned that why should you die if you have sage in your garden? What does sage exactly have to do with the death? Apparently, all those men believed that sage was such a powerful herb that using sage in cooking and using it actually regularly, it helped lead happy, healthy life, and that's why they used to grow sage in their garden. But modern scientists went a step ahead, and they kind of modified this mention in the script, as they modified this saying as, why should you have memory loss when you have sage available so easily? Okay, so now we have to explore that why exactly sage was considered or given such an extravagant importance, or why are these scientists claiming this big claim about sage. So welcome to our spice series. It's week 45 and we are going to explore these 3 memorable health benefits of today's spice, and its name is sage. And as the name suggests, this spice is really a sage. And welcome to Sona Motivates. We motivate you to eat healthy, be happy, and enjoy every moment. So sage is one of the herb or spice which was grown or which is native to Mediterranean region. Now it is easily available everywhere. It is actually it grows all year round. It grows in temperate climate. It is very perfect herb for garden. So if you are into gardening and you like growing your own herbs, then I'm sure you must have sage in your garden. If it is not, then make sure you have it, because it has such a nice aroma and it has this beautiful purple small flowers. It is in both ways, for its beauty as well as its health benefit. It's the perfect spice to or herb to grow in the garden. Okay, now more interesting is its Latin name is Salvis officinalis, and it is derived from the name salvare, and its meaning is to save or to cure. So it is very like what we talked about, that ancient men believed in all these in the beneficial effects of our sage, how it can cure or it can heal. Now, it is closely related to its sister herb, and it is rosemary. And I don't know whether you guys remember, but we talked in the rosemary during our rosemary spice herb that how important it is for brain. And sage kind of have the same properties, or it has the same effect on our brains as well. Now, very interesting fact is that sage has more than 900 varieties, and the common one is common sage. Its name is common sage. That is the one we usually get in our grocery stores. It has a very strong, robust flavor, aroma and flavor, of course, but it is very flavorful, and it is very commonly used in fatty foods, or especially the meat section, and we will talk about it in a little while. Now this sage, what we are going to see today is the common sage, and this is the powder. I got it in the powder form, and it has this grayish green leaves, and that's how you can see it has this muddy green color. This is how it looks. Okay, and because has very strong flavor, make sure you use it in combination with other spices. Okay, and sage is available in lot of forms. It is like whole as a fresh bunch, minced, chopped, crushed, coarsely, loosely ground, or very very finely ground. So mine here is kind of coarsely ground, you can see here. So I'm going to try to make tea from this, and we are going to see the recipe of the tea at the end in the home remedies part. Okay, so how you can use sage? Okay, sage is very commonly used by Italians, Germans, French and English people in the savory dishes, and especially the fatty meat like duck, goose, maybe sausages, meatloaves, and organ meats like liver. Now, sage is adored by Italians, and it is actually the secret ingredient in the famous Italian pizza. Sage is perfect addition to our fall vegetables like squash, carrots, then you can say sweet potatoes, and even you can make sage to apples while baking apples. Now in US, sage is very popular in chowders, then stuffing, in Thanksgiving stuffing, in baked fish, then in melted cheeses. So the flavored cheeses, the sage is popular. And also I'm going to share a nice butter recipe, how you can make butter with sage at the end in the next section. And now in the Middle East, it is popular in the salads. So they use the whole sprig, or they can, they pluck them, chop them, and then use as a whole fresh in the salad. Then how in Indian cooking, I haven't seen sage as much used in any of the curries, but now that I know about the health benefits and all the details about sage, I'm going to start using it. And now, what can you do, or how can you incorporate sage in your kitchen, in your cooking? So you can add the coarsely, grounded sage in the macaroni and cheese. It gives a very nice flavor. You can add them with any eggplant or tomato dishes. So this gives me an idea that I can use in the curry which I make with eggplants, the stuffed eggplants. I'm sure then sage will have a nice flavor to the curry. Now you can add sage to, if you make soups or sauces at home, then sage is a perfect ingredient to be added with other spices. Now I'm going to share about the sage butter. So what you're going to do is take a stick of butter, then melt it, and then add 1 teaspoon of grounded sage to it, and dried, of course, and then let it turn a light brown. Stir well. Make sure you stir well. Let it turn light brown, and then save this. Use this butter on any kind of pasta, or you can use it as a spread. And if you are vegan, please make sure you use the vegan butter. So this is a very great idea to just easily add sage in your diet. Now sprinkle the sage on the pizza. So if you have you get cheese pizza, then you can sprinkle one of the spice on it. Rosemary goes well, sage goes well, so you can add these spices. Even marjoram can be added. Now you can add sage to the meatloaves or sausages, or even to the sorted veggies. So I have tried using it on on onions. When you are sauteing onions, then before caramelizing, just before it, I added a little bit, and it gives a nice flavor. So that is one of the ideas. Now these were a few of the ideas of using sage, and we are going to jump right into our 3 health benefits. Now the first health benefit is the one which I talked even in rosemary, and this is related to our brain. So sage is best for brain health. And there were so many studies about it, and especially it is great regarding the cognitive decline related to age. So we will see more about the Alzheimer's and dementia in the later of this health benefit. Okay, so scientific studies have proven that regular use of sage can improve your memory and age-related any kind of memory decline. Now sage helps improve not only the memory but your mood. Then it refreshes, or you can say it helps you stay focused. When the students were given sage before their exam, and they were asked to give the exam, they found out that they retained the information better. They also felt good. Then they felt calmer. They felt content, and the best part was the effect of sage remained on them for next 6 hours after taking the sage. Of course, they were given the supplement with the sage, but we are going to talk about more about the real the real food. So please go ahead and use it, real food instead of supplementation. But that was of course the scientific study, so they use supplement. But sage can help you retain the information. Now these are just few of these studies or few of the things I told about sage, but there are many reasons how and why sage can be helpful. And one of them is in previous spices, we have seen that how acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter, and it actually plays a vital role in memory retention and alertness and attention. Now what happens is there is an enzyme called cholinesterase, and it actually it blocks it destroys our acetylcholine, which is important for our brain for memory retention. So what the sage does, it blocks the action of this cholinesterase. So that is what the scientists have found out. Okay, not only this, it helps to increase the levels of brain refreshing hormones. Sage helps that, and there are many other reasons. So instead of going more in details, scientific details, I'm going to attach the link of the blog at the end of the video, so in the comment section. Then make sure you just read those reasons. But the bottom line is sage is super useful for the brain health. But I'm not going to stop before sharing one of the great research about this, and that is that from the research in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacy and Therapeutics, when sage extract was given to people who were suffering with mild or moderate Alzheimer's, and they were given the sage extract for 4 months, and what scientists found out that their cognitive power increased. They started feeling a little better, they started remembering things with the help of sage. And most important part is that people who suffer from Alzheimer's or dementia, the common problem with them is the anxiety and agitation they feel, because just being a little empathetic and thinking about it, that imagine you are not able to remember something. How saddening it must be, right? That you don't know the person in front of you, that person is trying to explain you that he or she is your daughter or your spouse, and it must be so heartbreaking for those people. So I think if a small herb like sage, it can help, why not spread this great word that before it's too late, let's try experimenting with this. And of course scientists are proving their importance now. So please spread word about our spices and herbs, and make sure if you know anyone who is in the early stages of this Alzheimer's, then you can always suggest them to use sage in moderate amount. Okay, so this was one of the studies, and this is how it helped people deal with the mental problem. So now let's see our second health benefit, and it is about skin diseases. How sage can help you treat skin problems, psoriasis or eczema or any kind of skin issues. So what scientists or researchers found out, that when they applied the sage extract, it worked pretty much like the over-the-counter medication, which is hydrocortisone. So those who suffer from eczema, they must have at some point in life, they must have known about hydrocortisone cream. My daughter, she used to swim a lot, and somehow, I don't know, she always used to get a white rash here, and it was kind of eczema. We thought it was because of the swimming goggles, and because it was Florida and the Florida sun, she used to get those goggle marks. But especially on this part, she used to have that white kind of eczema thing, and it was very scary to use those hydrocortisone here near the eyes, or with the little kids. So and I didn't know about sage at that time, but they are saying that we can definitely use sage extract for it. It works pretty much like hydrocortisone too. So any kind of dark blemishes, marks, or any kind of skin issues, make use of this sage oil. Now in the home remedies, I'll let you know how to use it. And I see Chroma Das is saying that I tried sage in routine dishes or roti, I don't know what it is, but I'm glad, Chroma, you already know about sage and you tried them. And I see Alka joining in, and she is explaining, or she is adding that she loves our spicy dish. Oh my god, Alka, you made my day. That's so sweet of you. Thank you very much. This comments makes me going. And yes, please let me know what you would like to know more about, because as you can see, it's 45th week and we are almost at the end of our spice series. So we are going to do 52 weeks of spice series, that is a whole 1 year. And after that, we'll take a break of a month or so, and then we will start launching our new videos, what we have been planning. But we would like to know that what you would like me to talk about or explore with you. So please stay tuned and let me know what you would like us to work on. Okay, thank you very much for your comment again. So now we will see our third health benefit, and that is sage can help in lowering cholesterol. Now again, in initial research they have found out that sage is effective way of lowering cholesterol, and in one of the studies which was mentioned in International Journal of Molecular Sciences, they found out after the participants who participated in the studies, after they took this sage for 4 weeks, there was significant difference in their LDL cholesterol, and their total cholesterol levels improved. So sage did help them in this way. Again, with like any other spice, what I always mention, that make sure you use the spices in moderation, not too many, not too little, but enough for every day. And there are so many of them that you can always mix and match, and most of them have antioxidants. They have kind of many different kinds of health benefits, and you can also always check our home remedies. Now a lot of my friends have commented that sometimes they found out our spice videos were longer. Some of them they said they are not on Facebook. So what we do is we post these videos on our YouTube channel also. Then we have those who don't have time, we have a quick synopsis of what I talk in our blog form. So you can just go, if you want home remedies, just directly go to the home remedies part. If you want how you can use in the cooking in the kitchen, then you can go to that part directly. But if you want any specific health benefit, you can always check those, so it becomes easy. You don't have to watch me all the time. Then you can just read and use as and when needed. So this is what we try to do, and we are improving with the help of your comment. So make sure you comment. Okay, and now we are going to talk about home remedies. I cannot stop talking about the home remedies, what I'm going to talk now. But first of all, let me tell you about the tea. And tea is pretty much we used to see that especially what you do is you boil the water, then you add any kind of spice to it, let it steep for 10 minutes, and that becomes a tea. You can add honey to it, or you can just sip it as and when needed without any sweetener to be added. So but this is one of the idea of the tea. So with the help of this sage, you can make a sage tea. You can drink it 3 to 4 times a week. Add 2 tablespoons of fresh leaves, or 1 tablespoon of dried like this in this form to the maybe a cup of boiled water. So what I do is I'll add this powder directly in a cup, and then I'll pour boiled water on it. I'll let it stand for 10 minutes, and then after straining I'll drink it. This is my sage tea. But the next home remedy is about, it's kind of a spiritual significance to it. It is actually smudging of sage, or it is burning of sage. But being an Asian, we always use, an Indian, we use incense sticks, and we are used to having just have lit them, and then we kind of take them all over the home. And this, we believe that this smoke, or this what the fumes which come from this incense, it cleanses the home, it takes away the negative energy, and it actually helps you focus, and it brings all positivities. And now it's proven that many of the people have turned to this natural remedy for dealing with stress, or for any kind of focus, for any feeling very kind of out of sync. So what they do is, you always get this sage, a bunch of sage, dried sage leaves. So what they'll do is, they'll whoever wants to lit the sage, go ahead and lit it at the top. And then you can take it all around the home, little bit, of course, the smoke starts coming, then you can take it all around the home, but you have to be very careful, okay? And then it leaves a very nice fresh aroma, and this smoke, it's believed that it takes away all the negativities, and all kinds of positive energy comes in. Now it is proven that this smudging process, now let me tell you, it can be done with the help of, some people do it with lavender leaves, some people do it with rosemary. We have also seen with the during the bay leaf, even with the bay leaf it is done. Now, smudging is a very popular way to relax, stay focused, and deal with stress. And a lot of people have turned towards it as a natural remedy instead of taking medication. Now, they have proven that burning sage can help promote mindfulness and increase mental focus. So, if you come home from a very tired and very hectic day, try this. Just burn a little bit and try, just experiment with it. Of course, there might be people who think that it might trigger their asthma or something, so be careful. But as far as I know, this is actually very therapeutic. It shouldn't happen, but let's keep an eye, and if you feel anything like this, make sure you leave in comments so a lot of people know about it. Okay, so make sure you try this smudging. I have tried it with lavender, but I never tried with sage, and I'm going to try it. But I have tried with lavender. They also say actually if there is some kind of misunderstanding, or there is some kind of quarrel, some atmosphere at home, then you can do this smudging of sage or with lavender. That way it clears the negative or the stressed energy. So, no harm in trying. And the next one is for sore throat, the next home remedy. It is for quick relief from sore throat and cough. So, what you can do is boil these leaves in water, and just let it be warm, and then gargle with this warm sage water, and you will feel relieved from sore throat or cough. Then again, for the natural skin remedy, what we talked about, like my daughter's case, we couldn't put the hydrocortisone tube right here near the eyes. So what I wish I knew that time, but the best is you have to add the sage extract oil with the carrier oil like coconut oil or sesame oil, and then you mix in the equal quantity, and then you just dab wherever the affected area is, and you will see the difference in eczema or any kind of skin issues within a few days. Okay, so this was all about sage. We talked about home remedies, how to use in kitchen. We also talked about health benefits, and there are so much of health related information about sage, but I tried to concise it and make it best available possible for you. So please share with your friends, let them know how important our herbs and spices are, and don't forget to leave the comment. Always give us the love, and thank you, and see you next week with the new spice. Take care for now. Bye.